SingerSVG.com to learn more. Singer, your family company is keeping up with you and the times. Visit our website today and experience a whole new world of Singer, your trusted online family company.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Well, we're back, Roleza and I, with more Activated Mornings right here on the Clean Fresh Sound. It is now 7:46. At this time, we expect to receive a call from Mr. Kingsley DeFreitas so that we can have our commentary with Kingsley this morning. So, Kingsley, if you're listening, all the time is yours. All the time is yours. Alrighty then. So we have not received a call from Kingsley just yet. Not sure. I think we have some ships coming, not true? Kingsley probably gone to the ships.
I was wondering if it was 2 or 1 when we came in this morning.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if both of them were headed here, but it looks like, well, I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, it is.
He left us. He left us for the Tauruses.
Please make that correction one time because scooter in the same way anyway.
All right. So my kids, this Tauruses is not a real word. It's a joke from many, many years ago. All right. But he left us anyways. Going into our topic. All right. So we're going to go into our topic that we have planned. And of course, if he calls at any time, we'll take the call and take his commentary. Now, one of the issues that I used to always puzzle over is when you would hear that cases are being piled up, and then you would hear a case called years after that person was arrested. And I used to be so puzzled, like, what's going on? Why do they have these cases piled up? What causes these cases to be piled up for so long? Well, there are several reasons. An interesting article in the newspaper. There was an interesting article in the newspaper where one lawyer was saying that, was basically calling out another lawyer and saying that, they should learn to be a little bit more humble, and highlighting how this lawyer has been holding up the court process for a while. And then I was like, okay, so that's one of the reasons. Now, it's not the only reasons that the cases would be backed up for so long, but it's one of the reasons, right? So Lawyer Grant Connell was calling out Senator Israel Bruce, who is also a lawyer. And as I read through the thing, I personally thought it quite a bit selfish. I thought it a bit, I was upset when I was reading it because I was thinking it was listing how he would put off the court dates because he would say he has other important court matters that he has to deal with, whether in the region or so on, or he may have to attend sessions like the budget debate and so on, because, he's also a senator for the NDP. Things like that. And I found it interesting, I thought, I do not think that things like that should affect the court process like that, or should cause it to be held up like that. So I am actually with Mr. Connell on this one, because when I really look at this, I think, is that how it goes? Now, imagine if everybody just decided to take a personal something, hey, I can't come to court next week because I don't feel like. That's just me being miserable, okay? But it, yeah, I agree with him. Roleza, what say ye?
All right. So the article that Dianna is making reference to was in the Event Sanction from last Friday. Mm-hmm. All right. And the article title is Lawyers Must Be Humble, right? So I wasn't even focusing on the title, of course, but of course the title would grab my attention, right? So the contents of it is what Dianna explained in terms of the constant adjournment of matters. Well, this is in between with matters with Connell and Bruce, one particular matter, and it's being constantly put off because of the fact that Mr. Bruce not only practices here in SVG or has cases here in SVG, but I think he also has in, I think it's BVI, but somewhere else within the region. All right. Now, what it is that stood out to me, I do understand that matters can be adjourned for varying reasons, right? There, even in this particular article, Mr. Connell was stating that at one point he should have been at another court, but because this particular case was already set for that day, he had to ask for an adjournment from the other place the other court that he was supposed to be, because he was of the opinion that Mr. Bruce was going to be present in court, right? So what it is that really stood out for me with regards to this article is the justice system, right? Now, persons who are supposed to come before the court, they are supposed to, it's an expectation that they would have, or their matter would be heard within a reasonable time. What it is also of concern to me is, let's say this person is found innocent, but they've been in jail all this time. You know, the psychological, the physical, all those other cults that can accompany somebody being behind prison while awaiting trial. Now, if they're found guilty, then in the sentencing, part of it could come down to time already served. But if somebody has been found innocent, yes, I can understand that there might be different issues that would cause adjournment. But when it comes to, let's say, a lawyer having a lot on his or her plates, right? Is it a case where they're overextending themselves, and is it fair to their clients, right? So these are some of the things whenever we hear of matters being prolonged within the court process, then we have to come back and ask. So now I can also understand in a situation where persons are going to want to have the lawyers who have a good track record, right? So this is why you might gravitate to certain lawyers for certain cases. But the thing of it is that when you have to look at it from the standpoint of the person who might be in prison awaiting trial, what does this do to them, right? So it was just something that I noted of interest, and one of those things that we have to put out there as a question with regards to when we think, or even for us on the outside, when we comment about a matter being called 5 years later, right? Yes. These are some of the little things that would contribute to something like that happening.
Yeah, so I would definitely, for me, I don't think it's fair to the clients. I was looking for something here that Connell mentioned, that if the lawyer can't come, who he should get. I don't remember the name of the, like a second in command or something.
Yeah, if he should have a junior or someone else, an associate or a junior,
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's not, is that not a possibility, you know?
All right, so we have a call. Hi, caller, good morning. Hi, caller, morning.
Good morning. If you set me up yesterday morning.
No, we ran over time, so I didn't we wanted not to have had enough time. We had 9:20 today, Dave. Okay, we had 9:20.
Lord, now I coming on here, my throat seems to be giving me some problem. But just respond quickly to the law. The law. What did Charles Dickens say many years ago about the law? The law is an ass to itself. Are you familiar with that?
No, Dave, I'm not.
Hey,
I think I know. You know what? I actually did think, but I think I heard somebody use it against somebody at times. So yes,
oh yeah,
it's familiar.
Not somebody. The lawyers. When I heard that the first time, I was shocked. I was shocked. That means the lawyers are well aware of it. Excuse me. And in a sense, it's quite fitting. And it seems as though this is something we got to live with. Being proactive with what is going on. Because sometimes you hear some decisions or they come up with some legal issue, legal matter, and it is just. And I asked myself, you know, I always remember the Charles Dickens thing, because it really suits sometimes the way the things you hear. I think it's quite appropriate to say that. But be that as it may, you guys are touching something there before. It kind of slipped my about matters being delayed and Grant Connell must say something. Over the years, different lawyers at different times have said certain things. And I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed a lot of times. You see, like the budget going on here now. I want to hear our intellectuals, or those who would have a grasp of the legal profession and people in those offices to educate us, to inform us. But that is sadly lacking. Sometimes I wonder, who is the intelligentsia in this country? You're a bright girl, Roleza. Maybe you could tell me who is the intelligentsia in this country? What makes up our intelligentsia? I'm not. I also wish to hear my other friend there, Dianna. But too many important issues, as far as I'm concerned. Just go to waste, so to speak, or nobody's imparting knowledge and all. And that's my concern. And that's why some people who may have had access or what to go to study these particular disciplines and so on, I am disappointed. In my humble opinion, they're not fulfilling, They're not fulfilling whatever they learn or whatever they should be making people better or teaching people and that sort of thing. So I have a problem with that. And that's the reason why from time to time you get some real ridiculous comments. And I was trying to remember something off, but maybe if I remember, I'll call back and make some reference to some foolishness that you hear, and you ask yourself, are these people for real? Because you're dealing with law and order, and those people who are the practitioners, who should be bringing this more clear, transparent, and all of that to our people, are not doing that. Anyhow, enough for that. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Dave. All right. I actually went to Google looking to see who actually said the quote, but I'm seeing two different things here. One is saying George Chapman and one is saying Charles Dickens, but I'm seeing George Chapman is the one who said it. But anyways, all right. All right. Okay. That's your research for today, folks. Double check to see who actually said the law is a donkey. All right. Just to note that as we speak about court matters, that there is coming out of, I think it was mentioned in budget, there will be a new criminal court judge appointed this year. All right. So is to help to deal with the backlog of cases. All right. So that is just something to note as we were speaking on that topic of the backlog of cases within our court system. Okay.
All right. That was it. This instrumental is so out of timing, man. Anyways, it is now, well, it's getting close to 8 o'clock here in SVG. And with that, we are going to head out of our activated morning session very shortly. Remember, at 8:05, we have our Cup Chat segment for you today. Let me just get you the topic that we will be speaking on this morning. It has left me. Okay, 1 minute. Bear with me a minute, please. All right, Cup Chat this morning is going to be from the crime scene to the courtroom. And you may want to just tune in. This one may have some very interesting information. All right, from the crime scene to the courtroom, and we will have members of the CID and, with us this morning. All right, so you tune in and you hear a little bit more about that topic. It is now 8 o'clock here in SVG, and this time check has been brought to us by the New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact.